See. Where's the word see? See. Read this word out loud.
See.
Hey friends, it's mushroom tea time, and I'm here to talk to you about how we use technology in our homeschool. We do have a new puppy. He's 3 months old, and the kids are playing with him right now, so you may hear some squeaky toys and barks and kids screaming. So I know technology is a bit of a touchy subject in the homeschool community. There are groups of people out there who do not use technology at all in their classroom or in their homeschool. And then there are families out there that totally embrace it and people that are kind of in between. In our family, we use technology. It's a part of our lives. It's part of my daily life. It's part of my kids' life, but we do have set boundaries around them so that we can learn how to have balance in our lives, because I think not so much from personal experience, but from seeing friends and family members who had strict boundaries in their life, once they became an adult, those things that they were not allowed to have as a child, they kind of like dived in head first and gobbled as much up as possible. And I think there's need for balance, and we do live in this new digital world, and we need to embrace that, because our kids are going to grow up and eventually they're going to leave their home and they're going to have their own lives. They're going to be in the workforce, and they need to be adept and know how to use technology. That being said, technology can get out of hand. We can rely on using screen time a little too often. They're kind of like babysitters, right? Watch this or play with this tablet or what have you, and let me get this done real quick. But in the reality of things, we need to teach our kids how to grow up and to be able to do all the things before they become adults. This is when they practice, right? There needs to be a balance between screen time and no screen time. But we do use tools, technological tools like apps and websites and project management sites and what have you, to help extend or help supplement our homeschool in some way. So I'm going to get into details about how we use tech in our lives. So before I get into this, we all know I tend to forget when it's collaboration. I either tend to forget to mention the collaboration or one of the hosts of the collaboration. But anyways, I just want to let you know this is a homeschool collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest, and Jessica from the Waldock Way is part of their Homeschool Show and Tell. And make sure you check out their YouTube channels if you haven't so yet. And also there is a link down below for the playlist so that you can see how other homeschoolers use tech in their lives. So let's really get into it now. Before I start sharing how we use tech in our homeschool, I wanted to give you some tips on how you can incorporate it in your lives. Number one, you need to define your family's needs and goals for homeschooling. Does using technology, whether it's websites or apps on the iPad or iPhone or video games or what have you, does it have a place in your homeschool? So basically you need to look back at your mission and your vision. And if you haven't made those yet, I do have 2 videos about it that you should check out. And then next, you want to research the different types of technology available. There's a lot of different resources that you can use in your homeschool to enhance your child's education. So you got to dive in and dig in. Number 3, you need to decide which tech works best for your family. So maybe you have a child that is really affected by too much screen time, and so you really want to limit the amount that he or she consumes. And so you want to be really specific about what type of apps or websites that you're going to use to enhance your child's education. And then number 4, you want to create a routine on how you're going to use technology in your homeschool. Maybe you have set times where they can use it. Maybe you have a baby that naps and you want your kids not to be so loud, and that's a great time for them to be using some sort of educational app on an iPad or iPhone or whatever type of tablet or phone that you may have. And then you also want to be flexible, because life never goes as planned. And so if the set times that you have doesn't work, then it's okay to give them a little bit more screen time, or to give them less, or to move it to a different time, or what have you. So be really flexible with your plan when using technology. Don't be too rigid. And then again, in the end, it's all about having fun and enjoying learning. And technology is just a great way to enhance our homeschools. So I'm going to share our current favorite apps and uses for technology. So currently my son takes a few online classes. He does have speech therapy that he does twice a week, and he does that online. And then he also takes an OutSchool class, which he loves, and he's taking other OutSchool classes as well, but the current one that he's taking is a survival class with a Marine, and he highly recommends that. He also does Synthesis, which is based on the school that was created for SpaceX employees' kids. It's a really fun program. It's online, it's collaborative, it's basically problem solving and in an online space using games. My son really likes it. It is a little bit on the pricey side. I mean, it's a monthly subscription. I don't know. It's a monthly fee, and the kids meet once a week. Plus, there is game time, like on the weekends, that they can do. And so, I don't know, my son likes it all. He also uses Night Zookeeper, which is an online writing program that he likes. It's creative writing, and it has grammar and spelling mixed in as well. He's starting to age out of it, so I need to look at another writing program that we're going to do. I mean, we do Brave Writer on the side, and so I probably will just continue with that, but I just need to be able to spend more time with him doing that, and which is a little bit challenging when you have two little ones. So maybe I need to like take him to a coffee shop on the weekends and we work on writing or something, even though I don't want to homeschool on the weekends. So I got to figure it out. He also uses a online math curriculum called Beast Academy. They do have a paper version, like you can get like there's, I guess, workbooks, and there's like a comic book that goes with it, which is like the textbook part. He used that, but he prefers the online version, which I'm fine with. I feel like I don't have to. He's able to do that on his own, whereas when he used the books, I would have to do it with him. So that's what we're using for right now, but we'll see in the future where we go forward with that once he's done with the program. He also uses Minecraft to, like when we do historical projects, I don't really want like a bunch of stuff everywhere. And so sometimes like last year, he built a model of our local mission here, and then he also built like a Presidio, and he built an Adobe, and he did all these different things. And then he also uses YouTube to learn about new things. He does share with me what YouTube videos he is looking at, so that I know it's something that's well researched at least, or is good quality, because some YouTube videos, like some of the information that's being spewed out I'll just leave it there. Teaching him how to research and how to identify good sources on the internet, because like I said, just because it looks nice, the website looks nice and looks official, doesn't mean it is. And then we also use Google Drive. Whatever he writes for school, I can easily access it myself and edit it from there. We used to use Google Classroom to manage our school projects, but now I've switched over to ClickUp, and I'm still kind of working out the kinks on how we use that, but he does, check off from there. Yeah, I need to work a little bit more on how he can use ClickUp a little bit better for his own project management. All right, so next are my two little ones. They're closer in age. They're just 2 years apart. And so they kind of do the same thing. So they both use Minecraft. We build pyramids, we build villages, etc. Whatever we're studying, we build. They even build their letters. Like they'll build, because they're learning their letters and how to read. And so they will write words, build them using blocks. So it's interesting to see how creative they are on Minecraft when it's time to use that. Next is Duo ABC. So we were using Hooked on Phonics, the app, but I find that they enjoyed Duolingo ABC a lot better. So we've been using that to learn how to read and for phonics and all that stuff. And so they enjoy that a lot. And it's free. Did I mention that? It's free. So that's a plus. Before we started using talkbox.mom, we were using Duolingo to learn Japanese, and sometimes they'll still go on there so they can learn their characters. Then next we have apps that we use as a family. So like when we go hiking, we use Picture This, we use Seek, we use Merlin Bird and eBird for counting birds. And so we use those apps when we're out hiking if we have service. Sometimes we don't, so then we don't use it. And then also at night we'll use I can't remember the name of it, to see the night sky and to identify the constellations and stuff. We use that and it's pretty awesome. I think I like it more than my kids do, but I'm much more into space than they are. Also use Audible to listen to audiobooks. We use Spotify to play like calm, pleasing music in the background when we're doing like independent work. We watch YouTube together. We like watching Mark Rober, and we like watching Mr. DeMaio and Brave Wilderness. And so there, you know, there's some good YouTube channels out there that are educational and that my kids are into. That's not educational, Dan TVM. And then we also like for watching documentaries. I find the ones that are on Disney Plus and on Curiosity Stream to be a lot better than what's on Netflix. Even though I love Netflix, I feel like their documentaries are a little bit for the older set and not so much for like little kids or middle-aged kids, or middle school kids, not middle-aged kids. And then finally for myself, I use ClickUp, like I said, to like kind of plan out our homeschool. At least not plan in the sense where like everything is outlined, but more like when we do unit studies or deep dives, it's a place for me to put everything, to write everything down so I know what we need and what we're gonna use, so I don't have to like, you know, be frazzled later on and wonder, okay, we're gonna do this, what do we need? I don't know. So it's a great place for me to just dump all my ideas down and kind of organize it there. Oh, this is, I guess, kind of a family thing. We also use Grammarly to help us edit. You know, we live in a world where we have AI helping us, and so we experiment with it. And talking about AI, ChatGPT and Jasper AI, those are two tools that we also experiment with. It's fun to use to, I don't know, just to come up with crazy ideas and stuff. It's not accurate at all. I wouldn't trust everything that is spit out by these AI, not yet. Maybe in the future they'll get a lot better, but as of right now, they kind of tell you a lot of nonsense, or they repeat something over and over again, and you're just like, okay. Finally, I use the internet. I Google everything. I research online for information, like if we're doing a deep dive or a unit study, whatever you want to call it. So that's it. That's how we use technology in our homeschool. I'm sure I'm missing stuff because there's just so much out there and that we use every day. I probably don't even realize I'm using it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found value in it, make sure you hit that like button to feed the algorithm gods. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao. No, you need to put the M where the milk goes. That's not an M, that's a Z. Can you get the M? The letter M?
Right here?